Now, a little boy who has only just completed a fresh cycle of chemotherapy is battling with a rare form of cancer, which has exacerbated over time. Our rights correspondent, Takuba Taiwo, now reports on his current state of health.
A 3-year-old boy from Kogi State, a resident in the Songo-Ota area of Ogun State, is continuing to fight for his life after being diagnosed with a rare form of cancer. Put plainly, it's a cancer of the eyes, technically referred to as retinoblastoma, also known as RB. You will need to brace yourself, for images that you're about to see are indeed graphic. This is the story of Nicholas Michael, who once looked like this, a happy young child with no worries whatsoever. However, his current state of health may send a shiver down your spine. Take a look. Nicholas was born on the 2nd of June 2017, brother to his older sister Felicity Michael, who are the only 2 children of Mr. and Mrs. Michael. Nicholas's dad, Samuel Michael, was the first to notice something was amiss. According to him, he woke up one day in the middle of the night and discovered, to his horror, a cat-like look in his son's eyes. He wasted no time in informing his wife. Before too long, it was apparent that a visit to the hospital was crucial. They were told to undergo a CT brain scan for Nicholas, which cost about 40,000 naira at the time, and 6 courses of chemotherapy as well, at 3 weeks intervals, each costing 60,000 naira per session. They were only ever able to complete only 4 courses out of the 6 that was required due to lack of funds.
This whole experience has been very, very tragic for me and my family, my son. It has been, I don't even know what to say. It has been a tough one. It has been a tough battle. And I know with God, all things are possible.
The family were in a financially critical condition, and Nicholas's health was deteriorating. And so they were advised to post their dilemma on social media and ask for help. But that also came with a baggage of problems, as critics accused them of being fraudulent. Samson Michael was quick to clear the air.
Said people should not help. That is a fraud. I was very, very weak. I couldn't do anything. I was weak. I said, okay, I need to prove this man wrong. So I have to abandon my work when I was working. So I have to leave my work and go to the hospital to do a video coverage of myself, the boy, and the mother, and send it to Twitter. So when I sent that video to Twitter, it didn't say anything. So I was like, man, you have said you need a proof. I have put this thing on Twitter. Why can't you at least tell Nigerians to help that at least I've proven myself? You still don't say anything. I need to send a message, a personal message, a private message to him. You should consider the life at stake. Please, you still have to tell Nigerians that I've proven myself. Please, say something. You can't just keep quiet like this, because it seems as if I'm still trying to fraud them. So he now say, now that, that's when he now said that now that Mr. Michael has proven himself, I raise my case.
We also got a chance to speak to a neighbor of the family who helps the Michaels as and when necessary, a woman by the name of Fatima Akorede.
When I take her to the Lut Hospital, when they come back, I asked her mother, what did they say? They say they will remove the eye. My mind is too, I was confused. Say, this boy. And I told her mother, there is no point. If they will remove it, that will solve the problem. So it will not affect the second eyes.
To get a better understanding of retinoblastoma and to shed more light on Nicholas's condition, we spoke to the medical director of Medway Health Limited, Dr. Tui Mebawondu.
Retinoblastoma is a tumor of the eye, especially the tumor of the cells of the retina, or the tumor of the cells of the eyes. Yes, we may not have statistics in this part of the world, But we know that 1 out of 30,000 births can actually develop a retinoblastoma. One of the main challenges is the fact that the family, they're not having sufficient money to carry out treatment, essentially. Secondly, the requisite human resources that can intervene promptly may be quite cumbersome. We know what happens to our health system, a lot of delay processes, and then some of the tests that you need to do are quite expensive and not free, and nobody is provided for them.
Their ordeal, though, is far from over. They've just concluded the first course of chemotherapy at Lagos University Teaching Hospital, with about 7 to 9 more courses to go, each costing between 200 to 250,000 naira, and intervals between courses are to be 21 days apart. The next due date is on the 4th of September 2020. Surgery is inevitable. The right eye, which is protruding profusely, will have to be removed. But Nicholas must go through those chemotherapy sessions before surgery can be contemplated, as the right eye is still very tender at this stage. It is hoped that these chemotherapy sessions will shrink the bulging size and strengthen the area for surgery. So far, they have received financial assistance from Alhaji Habib Foundation, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, the House of Praise Parish, friends and family, and last but not least, a man who has been helpful from the onset and is a resident in London, who the father has saved in his phone as my helper. The target for now is 2.5 to 3 million naira, and the Michaels only have between 300 to 400,000 in the bank. It's a huge mountain to climb, but they believe it's possible.
I'm calling on Nigerians to please help save Mike Nicholas, help save my son. He has a bright future.
I don't want to lose this boy. He's so much precious to me. He's my first son. It's my first son, and I don't want to lose him. I want Nigerians to please help us. We've been doing it, but this has gone beyond me. That's why I called on Nigerians to please come to my aid. And if you want to help, you can help us send the money to First Bank account, name Bayode Samson, 3092957401.
The Michaels, who are residents behind this building just behind me, are in total need of your prayers as they face this incredibly difficult ordeal that has left the entire family in turmoil. There's been an outpouring of concern and care from their neighbors, their church, and some very good Samaritans. Tokumbo Taiwo reporting from the Songo Ota area in Ogun State for Arise News.